Unpacking Dōgen's Genjōkōan. Episode 3. Mindfulness. First, what do we even mean by unpacking? We can define unpacking as the intense scrutiny of traditional Buddhist and Zen texts. A scrutiny that often breaks down the texts, sentence by sentence, term by term, and occasionally word by word. And why even unpack at all? Because not all of us have the opportunity to regularly engage with a living, breathing, enlightened teacher. Understanding that in the Zen tradition, it's this engagement that substitutes for the critical reading of the traditional texts. And so, for those who don't have the opportunity to regularly engage with a living teacher, there must be a return to the traditional texts as teacher. And with that return is the understanding that the texts are best approached as sequences of riddles, or perhaps as sequences of landmines. And these riddles must be reconciled, these landmines cleared, if we are to truly make progress. Let's begin. Consider the following text from Dōgen's Genjōkōan, a letter to a disciple. When you see forms or hear sounds, fully engaging body and mind, you intuit dharma intimately. Unlike things and their reflections in the mirror, and unlike the moon and its reflection in the water, when one side is illumined, the other side is dark. And in aiding in the unpacking of this brief excerpt, we might consider a handful of questions. First, what does Dōgen mean by fully engaging body and mind? And how does this differ from ordinary sensory perception? Next, how do the metaphors of the mirror and the moon in water help clarify what is not happening in direct, intimate intuition of Dharma? In your own words, what is the significance of the line, when one side is illumined, the other side is dark? And how might this relate to non-dual awareness? How does Dōgen's description challenge the common assumption that enlightenment is a kind of detached or purely mental insight? And finally, what does this passage imply about the immediacy and mutual co-emergence of self, experience, and world when Dharma is perceived directly? And so, we've gotten started on Dōgen's Genjōkōan. More to come.